Hi, this is Tony Sagami. Let me answer this question. What country do you think has had the largest IPO in the world so far in 2011? Well, the answer is Singapore. And it recently sold not only the largest IPO in the world, but it's recently sold its largest IPO in Singapore's history. The company I'm talking about is called Hutchison Port Holdings, and it raised about $6 billion last week for its IPO. Now, it's not a household name around here, but Hutchison Ports is a big name in Singapore and Southeast Asia. For over 100 years, it has been in the ship construction and repair services business, but it diversified into the cargo and container handling business in 1969. Today, Hutchison Port Holdings is the largest shipping operator in the world. It has interest in 51 ports in 25 different countries throughout Asia, the Middle East, Africa, Europe, the Americas, and Australia. Now, it handled a record 21.2 million containers last year. These are those 20-foot containers. Now, that's a 17% increase over its business in 2009. So business is booming. Plus, Hutchison has plans to develop 12 more shipping terminal berths in Shenzhen, China. Now, for you, those of you that know, Shenzhen is in the Pearl River Delta, right by Hong Kong, and that's the epicenter of the Chinese manufacturing boom. So all those new terminals are going to make a big difference. Now, to show you how important Hutchison ports are to the global shipping chain, take a look at this chart. It shows how 4 cities, Singapore, Shenzhen, Hong Kong, and Shanghai, have grown to dominate the shipping business for the world over the last 15 years. And yes, Hutchison is a major player in each one of those 4 key shipping ports. Lastly, Hutchison Ports is a subsidiary of Hutchison Whampoa. That's owned by Law Ka-shing. He's a mega billionaire that has been described as the Chinese Warren Buffett. You know, practically everything that Law Ka-shing touches has turned into gold. Hutchison Port Holdings went public last week on the Singapore Stock Exchange at roughly at $1.01 a share. Yep, just $1 a share. Now, that's after the currency conversion. Now, U.S. investors don't realize it, but the stocks of many Asian companies sell for less than $1 a share after you factor in the currency conversion. You know, the reason is twofold. Asians really do prefer low-price shares, and then when you add the double whammy of the currency conversion, oftentimes these stocks are selling for 10, 20, 30 cents a share in U.S. dollars, which that means you can control thousands of shares of Asia's prime stocks for just a couple $100. Now, Hutchison Port Holdings, by the way, pays a 6% dividend. Now, Hutchison Port Holdings came out kind of at a bad time because of the Japanese tsunami and the earthquake, so that put a damper on everybody in the shipping business because they expect business to go down short term. Because of that, the Hutchison IPO is trading below its IPO price and looking part attractive. Now, the ticker symbol for Hutchison Port Holdings is NS8U.SI. N as in Nancy, S as in Singapore, 8, the number 8, U as in ultra.si, NS8U.SI. Now, I'm not telling you to rush out and buy Singapore Holdings or Hutchison Port Holdings. What I'm trying to do is to show you that there are some tremendous opportunities across the Pacific Ocean, and if you're not keeping that in your radar, you're really missing out on some of the greatest opportunities. Hutchison Port Holdings is a great one. Keep an eye on it. Do your own homework and decide if it's right for you. But there are hundreds of other companies just as exciting as Hutchison Port Holdings that you should be looking at, and you have to look to Asia to find them. Until next week, this is Tony Sagami signing off.